Welcome, everyone, to today's meditation designed to soothe anxiety and cultivate mental well-being. I'm Speaker One Name.
And I'm Speaker Two Name. We understand that managing anxiety can be challenging, so we've put together some practical techniques that you can incorporate into your daily life, no matter your experience level.
Let's start with a simple yet powerful practice, focused breathing. Find a comfortable seated position or lie down if that feels better. Gently close your eyes if you're comfortable or soften your gaze.
Now, bring your awareness to your breath. Notice the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. Don't try to change it, just observe. As you settle in, begin to consciously expand your breath. Feel your belly rise as you inhale.
Then your chest and even your shoulders. Hold for a moment and then slowly exhale, releasing the air completely. Continue this deep, expansive breathing. Visualize any anxieties you're holding as clouds drifting past in the sky.
Remember, you are not your anxieties. Like clouds, they pass. Your breath, however, is your anchor, steady and reliable. Now, let's move on to a practice that cultivates self-compassion, the body scan.
We'll systematically scan your body from head to toe, noticing any sensations without judgment. Start with the top of your head. What do you notice? Tingling, pressure, warmth? Just acknowledge it.
Now move down to your forehead, your eyes, your jaw. Are you holding any tension? If tension arises, which it likely will, acknowledge it with kindness. Imagine you are a caring friend noticing a child's scraped knee.
Send warmth and acceptance to the tense areas. Visualize a gentle, comforting light surrounding that part of your body. Continue scanning down through your neck, shoulders, arms, torso, legs, and finally your feet.
This practice helps us become more aware of where we hold tension and encourages us to treat ourselves with compassion. Next, we'll explore how to observe anxious thoughts without getting carried away by them.
This technique involves detaching from your thoughts. As thoughts arise, observe them without engaging. Imagine them as leaves floating down a stream.
Watch them pass by without trying to grab them, analyze them, or judge them. Simply observe. As a thought enters your awareness, label it internally as thinking or anxiety without any emotional investment.
The goal is to create space between you and your thoughts, realizing that you're not your thoughts. They are simply mental events that come and go. Now, let's create a safe haven for ourselves.
This is a visualization technique. Create a vivid mental image of a safe and calming place. This could be a real place you visited or an entirely imaginary one. Engage all your senses.
What do you say? Welcome to today's meditation session, focused on cultivating inner peace and well-being. Remember, meditation is a supportive tool and not a replacement for professional mental health care.
That's right. If you're experiencing persistent mental health challenges, please seek guidance from a qualified professional. These practices are designed to complement therapy and medication, as advised by your healthcare provider.
Let's begin by acknowledging any difficult emotions that might be present. Approach them with kindness and understanding. Imagine speaking to yourself as you would to a dear friend in need.
That's a beautiful way to put it. Try using self-compassionate phrases like, "This is difficult, but I am not alone," or "May I be kind to myself."
Now, let's move into accepting thoughts and feelings as they are, without trying to change or control them. Recognize that feelings are temporary and will pass.
A helpful technique is to use phrases like, "I accept this feeling without judgment," or "This too shall pass." Allowing feelings to exist without resistance can be incredibly freeing.
Next, let's shift our focus to gratitude. Think about things you're grateful for, big or small. This could be the warmth of the sun, a kind word from a friend, or simply having a roof over your head.
Gratitude is a powerful tool for shifting perspective away from negativity. Take a moment to truly feel the appreciation for these things.
Finally, let's practice self-forgiveness and forgiveness of others. Acknowledge any hurt caused, but release the anger and resentment.
This can be emotionally challenging, so be gentle with yourself. Visualize releasing negativity into the universe, letting go of what no longer serves you.
Remember, these meditations are tools to support your mental well-being. Continue to practice regularly and always prioritize professional help when needed.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope this meditation brings you a sense of peace and resilience. Until next time, take care.
Welcome to the podcast, where we explore science-backed techniques to manage anxiety. Today, we're diving into 5 meditations that anchor you in the present, fostering calm through grounded methods. No woo-woo, just practical tools for your mental well-being.
Exactly. We'll start with a 5-sense grounding meditation, perfect for those moments when anxiety feels overwhelming. It's about reconnecting with your physical body and pulling yourself away from racing thoughts. Let's guide our listeners through it.
All right, find a comfortable position. Now take a slow, deep breath. Let's start with sight. Look around the room and acknowledge 5 things you can see. Really focus on the details, the color, the shape, the texture.
Good. Now, shift your attention to sound. What 4 distinct sounds can you hear? Maybe it's the hum of your computer, the distant sound of traffic, or the chirping of birds. Simply observe, without judgment.
Next, bring your awareness to smell. What 3 scents can you detect? Perhaps the aroma of coffee, the freshness of the air, or the subtle fragrance of your surroundings. Notice how these smells affect you.
Now, 2 things you can touch. Feel the texture of your clothing against your skin, the chair beneath you. What does the surface feel like? Is it rough or smooth?
Lastly, 1 thing you can taste. If you don't have anything readily available, simply focus on the taste in your mouth, even if it's just saliva. Acknowledge it. That completes the grounding. How do you feel?
Much more present already. Our next meditation uses a nature-based metaphor to help you let go of worries. It's about visualizing your anxieties as leaves on a tree, a practice rooted in acceptance and non-judgment.
Picture a tree. This tree represents your mind, and the leaves are your worries. See each worry clinging to a branch. Now, with a gentle breeze, visualize 1 leaf detaching and floating away. It represents a worry you're ready to release.
Notice the feeling as that leaf drifts away. You're not pushing it away, you're simply letting it go. It's okay that the worry existed. It's just a leaf, and you're not defined by it.
Now another leaf falls. Another worry released. Welcome, everyone, to today's session focused on enhancing mental well-being through guided meditation. I'm Speaker One Name, and I'll be guiding you through these practices.
And I'm Speaker 2 Name. We're thrilled to share these techniques with you, designed to help you navigate challenging thoughts and emotions with greater ease and self-compassion.
Our first meditation will focus on observing intrusive thoughts. Find a comfortable position, either sitting or lying down, and gently close your eyes if that feels right for you.
Now, let's begin by noticing your breath. Don't try to change it. Simply observe the natural rhythm of your inhales and exhales. As thoughts arise, acknowledge them without judgment, like clouds passing in the sky.
Remember, these thoughts are just mental events, not commands. With each exhale, gently release any tension or resistance you might be feeling towards these thoughts.
Next, we'll move into a body scan meditation to increase body awareness. Bring your attention to your toes, noticing any sensations without judgment. Are they warm, cool, tense, or relaxed? Simply observe.
Gradually move your awareness up your body, from your feet to your ankles, calves, thighs, and so on. Notice how different parts of your body feel in this moment. This helps ground you in the present, reducing the impact of anxious or depressive thoughts.
Now, let's practice self-compassion. Imagine you're speaking to a dear friend who is struggling. What words of kindness and understanding would you offer them? Now, turn those same words inward, towards yourself.
Recognize that you are worthy of love and acceptance, just as you are, imperfections and all. It's okay to not be perfect. Embrace your humanity.
Our next meditation will teach you to regulate intense emotions. We'll start with breath work. Inhale deeply through your nose, filling your belly with air, and exhale slowly through your mouth, releasing any tension.
Continue this deep breathing, and as you exhale, Imagine a wave of calm washing over you, soothing your nervous system. You can also visualize a peaceful place, like a beach or a forest, to further calm your mind.
Finally, we'll end with a gratitude meditation. Take a moment to think of 3 small things you're grateful for today. It could be anything, from a warm cup of coffee to a kind word from a friend.
Focus on the positive feelings associated with these things, allowing them to fill you with a sense of appreciation and joy. Shifting your focus to gratitude can boost your mood and create a sense of perspective.
Remember, these meditations are tools to support your mental health, and they're
Welcome to today's meditation, focused on finding relief from anxiety and mental illness. We'll explore techniques to help you navigate challenging emotions and find inner peace.
Let's start by focusing on your breath. Notice the natural, irregular rhythm. Don't try to change it, just observe. Just as your breath rises and falls unpredictably, so too does your mood and experience.
Cultivate acceptance of this impermanence. Recognize that discomfort is temporary. This is key for those struggling with anxiety, depression, and even OCD. Remember, this too shall pass.
Now let's shift to loving kindness. Direct this compassion towards yourself. Acknowledge your struggles. Offer kindness for your pain. Repeat phrases like, may I be well, may I be peaceful, may I be happy.
Gradually extend this loving kindness to others, including those you find difficult. This practice is powerful for managing depression, anxiety, trauma, and low self-esteem.
Next, we'll move into a body scan. As you scan your body, notice sensations without judgment. If you encounter tension or discomfort, speak to yourself with kindness and understanding. For example, this tension in my shoulders is understandable, given the stress I've been feeling. I am here for myself.
This technique is especially helpful for anxiety, PTSD, and chronic pain. It fosters a sense of self-compassion and awareness.
For those experiencing a panic attack, let's practice grounding. Use your senses to anchor yourself to the present moment. Name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste.
This sensory grounding can be a lifeline during moments of intense panic and anxiety.
Now, let's address negative.
Welcome everyone to today's session, where we will explore mindful meditations designed to bring peace, healing, and resilience into your lives.
I'm so glad to be here with you today. Remember, these meditations are tools to help you on your journey and are not a replacement for professional mental health treatment. If you're struggling, please reach out to a therapist or a psychiatrist.
Absolutely. Today we have a collection of different approaches to help address anxiety, trauma, and overall well-being.
Let's start with a meditation focused on anxiety, stress, and even PTSD. Find a comfortable position, either sitting or lying down. Close your eyes if that feels safe and natural for you.
Now, bring your attention to your breath. Feel the air entering your nostrils, filling your lungs, and then slowly releasing. Just observe the sensation of each inhale and exhale.
As you breathe, notice if there's any tension in your body, perhaps in your shoulders, your jaw, or your forehead. Without judgment, simply acknowledge it.
Gently soften your breath, allowing it to become smoother and more relaxed. Acknowledge any resistance that arises without judgment, simply observing it as a part of the experience.
Now we'll move on to a body scan meditation. Continue to breathe deeply and bring awareness to each part of your body, starting with your toes.
Notice any sensations there: tension, tingling, warmth, coolness, whatever is present. Move your awareness slowly up your body to your feet, ankles, calves. Just observe.
Continue scanning, moving your awareness to your thighs, hips, abdomen, chest. Notice any sensations without judgment. Just be present with your body.
Finally, bring your awareness to your shoulders, arms, hands, neck, face, and head. Notice any sensations that are present. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to the sensation in your body.
Let's shift our focus to visualizations. Imagine a safe and peaceful space. This could be a real place or a place you create in your mind. Make it as vivid as possible.
In this space, feel protected, supported, and completely at ease. If you are working on trauma, you can gradually introduce memories in a controlled and mindful way, always returning to this safe space.
This mindful approach helps integrate the experience and reduces its power over you. If at any point it feels overwhelming, return to the breath and the feeling of safety.
Next, let's use the calming sounds of nature as a backdrop. Imagine the sounds of a gentle stream, birds chirp. Welcome to the Mindfulness Matters podcast. Today, we're exploring practical techniques to cultivate inner peace and manage difficult emotions. I'm your host, Sarah.
And I'm Mark. We'll guide you through several mindfulness exercises designed to help with anxiety, depression, chronic pain, and more. Remember, mindfulness is about presence, not perfection.
Let's start with a powerful approach. Instead of striving for relaxation when experiencing discomfort, offer compassion to those sensations. Acknowledge their presence without judgment. Recognize that it's okay to feel what you're feeling.
That's right. Then, recognize the constant flux of thoughts and emotions. Notice if you tend to judge yourself or your experiences. Practice accepting the present moment exactly as it is, without striving for perfection or control.
It's like watching a movie. Observe your thoughts and feelings as if they're on a screen. Notice how they arise, peak, and pass away without getting carried away by them. This is especially helpful for rumination or obsessive thoughts.
Now, let's move to cultivating kindness. Extend feelings of compassion, first to yourself. This is crucial. Then, extend it to loved ones, neutral people, difficult people, and finally, all beings.
Self-compassion can be challenging, so try this. When experiencing difficult emotions, bring to mind a situation where you would offer compassion to a friend. Then, offer that same compassion to yourself, acknowledging your suffering without judgment.
For those moments when you feel overwhelmed, try the 5-4-3-2-1 technique. Focus on your 5 senses. Name 5 things you see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you hear, 2 things you smell, and 1 thing you taste. This anchors you in the present moment and can be especially helpful during panic attacks.
And if you need a mental escape, welcome to today's mindful meditation session, where we'll explore techniques to manage negative thoughts, reduce anxiety, and promote overall mental well-being. Remember, these are tools to complement, not replace professional mental health support.
Exactly. If you're struggling, please consult a mental health professional. Today's session offers practical ways to integrate meditation into your daily routine, especially when dealing with challenging emotions or thought patterns.
Let's start by addressing negative thoughts. Often, these thoughts feel overwhelmingly true, but we can learn to question them. Consider a thought that's been bothering you lately. What is it?
Now, gently challenge its validity. What evidence supports this thought? What evidence contradicts it? Is there another way to interpret the situation?
Replace that negative thought with a more balanced and realistic perspective. For example, instead of "I always fail," try "I've faced challenges in the past, but I've also had successes. I can learn and grow from this experience."
Next, let's incorporate mindful movement. Find a comfortable seated or standing position. As you gently move your body, perhaps stretching your arms, rotating your shoulders, or swaying slightly, pay close attention to the sensations in your body.
Notice the feeling of your muscles stretching, the air on your skin, the subtle shifts in your balance. This practice helps connect you to the present moment and ease tension held in the body.
For those experiencing intense emotions, we'll integrate mindfulness with distress tolerance techniques. Radical acceptance involves acknowledging difficult emotions without judgment. For example, if you're feeling angry, acknowledge, "I'm feeling angry right now," without trying to suppress or change it immediately.
Another technique is mindfulness of current emotions. Observe the physical sensations associated with the emotion. What do you feel in your body? Is it hot, cold, tight, or heavy? Simply observe without getting carried away by the story behind the emotion.
Now, let's try a specific meditation. Visualize your breath filling a balloon in your chest. With each inhale, feel it expand, filling your chest with calmness. With each exhale, feel it slowly deflate, releasing tension and worry with each sigh. Focus entirely on the physical sensations of the breath.
Alternatively, imagine a large, strong tree. As worries arise, gently write them on leaves and place them on the tree. Watch the leaves sway in the breeze, carried away by the wind, symbolizing the release of your anxieties. Feel the stillness of the tree's roots, grounding you firmly in the present moment.
Finally, visualize yourself on a calm beach. Hear the rhythmic sound of the ocean waves gently crashing on the shore. Feel the warm sun on your skin and the soft sand beneath your feet. With each wave, imagine your worries washing away, leaving you feeling peaceful and serene.
Remember, these meditations are tools to help manage difficult. Welcome to today's podcast, where we'll explore mindfulness and relaxation techniques to help you find peace in your daily life.
That's right. We'll guide you through a series of exercises designed to reduce stress, enhance self-awareness, and cultivate a sense of calm.
Let's begin with a grounding exercise. Imagine you're at the beach. Each wave washes over you, carrying away stress and tension. Feel the sand beneath your feet, grounding you in the present. Notice the soothing coolness of the sea breeze.
Now, let's move on to creating a safe and peaceful place in your mind. Recall or create a sanctuary, perhaps a forest, a beach, or a cozy room. Engage all your senses. See the colors, hear the sounds, smell the scents, feel the textures, and even taste the air. Dwell in this place, allowing its tranquility to wash over you.
Next, we'll practice progressive muscle relaxation. Systematically tense and release different muscle groups, starting with your toes and working your way up. Focus on the contrast between tension and release, feeling the physical relaxation spread throughout your body. Combine this with mindful breathing. Inhale as you tense, exhale as you release.
Another powerful technique is cultivating gratitude. Focus on 3 things you are grateful for, no matter how small. Reflect on the feeling of gratitude as it arises, and notice the subtle shift in your emotional state. Repeat this exercise several times, allowing the feeling of appreciation to build.
Now, let's address difficult emotions with compassion. Acknowledge your suffering with kindness and understanding, as you would a dear friend. Recognize that everyone experiences difficult emotions and that you are not alone in your struggle. Speak to yourself with empathy and gentleness.
Bringing awareness to your body can also be incredibly grounding. Bring your attention to different parts of your body, noticing any sensations without judgment. Simply observe the physical experience, acknowledging the feelings without getting carried away by them. This helps connect you to your physical presence.
Finally, we'll practice loving kindness meditation. Extend feelings of loving kindness first toward yourself, then to loved ones, then to neutral people, and finally to difficult people. Repeat phrases like, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be peaceful. This cultivates feelings of compassion and connection.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope these techniques bring you more peace and well-being. Remember, mindfulness is a practice, so
welcome to the podcast, everyone. Today, we're diving into practical techniques to help ground yourself when you're grappling with overwhelming memories or anxiety.
That's right. Trauma can leave us feeling disconnected and lost. These grounding exercises can bring you back to the present moment, offering a sense of safety and control.
Let's start with focusing on your senses. It's a powerful way to anchor yourself in the now. I want you to take a moment and name 5 things you can see.
Go ahead, look around. Maybe it's the color of the wall, a picture frame, or even the details in the fabric of your clothes. Really observe what's around you.
Now let's move to touch. Identify 4 things you can physically feel. Perhaps it's the texture of your chair, the coolness of your desk, or the feeling of your feet on the ground.
Pay attention to the sensations, the weight, the temperature. These tactile details can pull you firmly into the present.
Next, bring your awareness to sounds. Name 3 distinct things you can hear right now. Maybe it's the hum of a refrigerator, the chirp of birds outside, or the distant sound of traffic.
Listen closely even to the quiet sounds. Acknowledging these auditory details can help shift your focus from internal turmoil to the external world.
Now let's consider smell. Identify 2 scents you can detect. Maybe it's the aroma of coffee, the fragrance of a nearby plant, or the subtle scent of your own skin products.
Even if the scents are faint, acknowledging them can be surprisingly grounding.
Finally, bring your attention to taste. What is one thing you can taste right now? Maybe it's the lingering flavor of your last meal, the freshness of water, or even just the taste of your own saliva.
Allow yourself to fully experience that taste. This simple act can be remarkably effective in bringing you back to the present.
Okay, let's move on to another technique. Recalling a time when you felt safe, strong, or empowered. Close your eyes for a moment and let that memory surface.
Really immerse yourself in that memory. Where were you? Who were you with? What were you doing? And most importantly, how did you feel?
Access those feelings of safety, strength, or empowerment. Let them fill you up. This memory can become a resource, an anchor to use whenever you feel overwhelmed by anxiety or difficult memories.
And now let's talk about gentle physical activity. Engage in something like yoga, tai chi, or even just a leisurely walk. The key is to pay close attention to your body's sensations and movements.
Notice how your muscles feel as you stretch, how your breath deepens as you move. This can be especially helpful for releasing physical tension associated with trauma.
A quick but important reminder: always consult with a healthcare professional before starting any new exercise program.
These are just starting points. Remember, experiment with different